Hello again, and thank you for joining me for another update on my Franco-Prussian War project. I've made a bit of progress, as you will see, and I've started on some of the Prussians now, but I'll turn the camera around and show you where I've got to. Here are the French. I've added another brigade, so another 7 battalions, and the divisional artillery, and that completes de Roger's division for the 22nd Corps on the 3rd of January 1871. Most of the divisions in the Army of the North at the time had this type of composition. The figures are Pendraken. I think they're really interesting, well sculpted, there's a lot of detail on them, and they paint up quite well. I'm quite pleased with how they've come out. I've painted the artillery in the olive green that was the colour during the Napoleonic Wars. I spent quite a lot of time trying to find out if it was still the colour, and there were 1 or 2 pictures that seemed to have this kind of colour on it, but there was nothing definitive, but that's what I've gone with. So these 3 batteries are 4-pounders. Technically the order of battle says 2 4-pounder batteries and an 8-pounder battery, but Pendraken don't do an 8-pounder, and I don't think at this scale there'll be a great deal of difference in the model anyway. So that's the French. I've got a couple of officer figures I'm painting up, but that will be where I stop for the time being and move on to a Prussian division. So I'm going to stop the camera now and show you what I've got done on the Prussian. These are the Uhlans. I've shown you these before, painted but not based, so these are now based. 2 bases make up a regiment. So this is a regiment of Guard Uhlans. I was very pleased with how these came out. This was one of my test units to see how I got on with 10mm figures. And although it took a little bit of time, the result I was very pleased with. So that's the, well actually I think they're the 2nd Guard Uhlans. Right, I'm just going to change the camera and put another unit up. These are the 7th Hussars. Again, nice figures from Pendraken. There's a lot of detail on these as well. I have made some compromises here though. The Hussar uniform has always been very ornate, and at 10mm I didn't feel up to painting everything, so around the shabrack there's a red border that should be sort of dogtooth with white piping, but I didn't feel up to the dogtooth, let alone the piping, so it's just red. And the piping on the sleeve should end in a Hungarian knot, but again I thought about that and decided that was beyond me. I took some time to find the colour I wanted. They're wearing Russian blue, which appears to be a sort of grey mid-blue. It took me a while to get a colour I was pleased with, and it's actually dried bluer than I was expecting. I thought it'd be a bit greyer than that. So that is the 7th Hussars. The structure of the Prussian division was a little different from the French. 2 regiments of infantry plus a regiment of cavalry. So 6 battalions and effectively 4 squadrons. Each of these stanzas 2 squadrons, 4 squadrons of cavalry, plus divisional artillery. Now the next job is to finish painting some of the Prussian infantry. I have been putting that off because painting the flags is a bit off-putting, but I've started those now, and we'll see if we can get those moving on. I'll stick some stills up at the end so you get a better chance to look at these if you want. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I will post another video soon. Thank you.